According to a confession in our possession, a covert alliance between a foreign intelligence agency and CIA Black Ops didn't just influence the music industry, it purged it. Artists who wouldn't be shaped, artists who spoke too loudly, artists who tried to wake people up. Because the gatekeepers were never chasing fame, money or art, they were chasing control. Control of youth culture, control of rebellion, control of the spiritual frequency of an entire generation. Now a former intelligence officer claims he helped plan the hits on Prince, Michael Jackson and others, who were eliminated because the elite feared what they could make people become. Tonight we play the tape. And the most frightening part isn't what already happened, it's what he says is happening right now. The same Zionist and Black Op units quietly drawing up new lists, new targets, and a new generation of voices marked for erasure. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. Many people are calling the killing of Charlie Kirk the most shocking political assassination of our time. But history is littered with other deaths that were never supposed to be recognised for what they really were. Not accidents, not overdoses, not bad luck. Assassinations. And always for the same reason Charlie was silenced. A voice that grew too loud, that asked the wrong questions, that woke too many people up. When someone starts pulling the curtain back on how power really works, they don't get debated, they get erased. Prince blew the whistle on a range of dangerous topics, including chemtrails, social engineering, and the slave contracts forced on artists by the entertainment industry.
Probably in both of those magazines to keep me off the cover and out of their magazine, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to preach freedom, all right? And I'm going to preach the annihilation of contracts.
Michael Jackson enraged his masters at Sony when he wrote a song called Don't Cry Palestine. The Zionist mafia in control of the music industry marked him for destruction when he began calling them out in public, exposing their crimes.
Months ago, to revise the lyrics to his song They Don't Care About Us, lyrics many called anti-Semitic.
Last year he angered Jewish groups when he sang these words.
I'm shot. Jew me, sue me, kick me, kite me. Those are the words that he told us that he would never use again.
The bigger he has gotten, the bigger the shots. And of course, as I said, when Christ did things to free the oppressed people, and they tried to destroy him also.
This is something like leeching. I was so tired of it. They start out the most popular person in the world, make a lot of money, big house, cars, and everything, end up with penniless. See, this conspiracy, the Jews do it on purpose.
Sue me, everybody sue me, kick me, kite me, don't you black or white me. All I wanna say is that
record companies really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very devilish.
And just like Charlie, Michael knew when they were coming for him. His final phone call, the night before he died, has been suppressed for years. And when you hear it, you'll understand why they're desperate to keep it under wraps.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore.
I don't understand it. What do you mean? Talk to me.
I can't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed you with drugs. They can do a lot of things.
Who could do these things?
It's not the government. It's more than the government.
Michael was right. It's more than the government. It's the deep state, in connection with Mossad. John Homeston, a retired CIA agent, recently dropped a bombshell on NTV, the national Russian television channel. He revealed that the music industry was actually a covert psyop designed by the CIA and Mossad in the 1980s, designed to brainwash the youth and control generations. And after the break, we'll prove that the PSYOP is still going strong today, and psychopathic CIA and Mossad intel agents are more trigger-happy than ever before, because the stakes have never been higher. Spiritual warfare is their game, and their existence is on the line. Today's sponsor is pillsforever.com. If you think Big Pharma have your best interests at heart, think again. The price of medicine in America has skyrocketed, and there are certain medicines Big Pharma don't want you to know about. That's why I've partnered with pillsforever.com. All of their FDA-approved medicines are the cheapest you'll find anywhere. More importantly, you can order medicines that Big Pharma don't want you to have, such as ivermectin, weight loss and diabetes medication, hydroxychloroquine, and fenbendazole. Speaking of fenbendazole, not only does it get rid of parasites that live inside your body, there have been studies that show fenbendazole can help with cancer. Listen to this testimony of Joe Tippins, a cancer survivor, thanks to fenbendazole.
2 years ago, Joe Tippins says he was told to go home, call hospice, and say his goodbyes. The doctors were unanimous. He was going to die of small cell lung cancer.
Once that kind of cancer goes that far afield, the odds of survival are less than 1%, and the median life expectancy is 3 months.
Tippins says he got a tip, not from a pharmacist, but a veterinarian. And in his desperation, he turned from people medicine to dog medicine, specifically fenbendazole.
My insurance company spent $1.2 million on me with traditional means before I switched to a $5 a week medicine that actually saved me.
Get 15% off using coupon code People's Voice at the checkout. Please click the link below this video to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Michael Jackson was not a paedophile. They dragged his name through the mud because he refused to fall in line.
Kept them like leeches. I was so tired of it. They start out the most popular person in the world, make a lot of money, big house, cars, and everything, end up with penniless. It is conspiracy. That you do it on purpose.
According to former CIA agent John Homeston, the agency, in connection with Mossad, killed MJ, Prince, and Tom Petty as part of their psyop to gatekeep the culture. He breaks down how it works in detail. In the 80s, the CIA and Mossad were working behind the scenes, providing support, funding, and creative direction for major artists like NWA, Dr. Dre, Public Enemy, and Run DMC. He revealed that the agency spent big money, serious money, in this secret operation aimed at corrupting American youth with nihilistic anti-establishment and anti-American ideologies, and sowing division within the country. Ice Cube appeared on the Bill Maher podcast and shocked everybody with his revelations about the CIA's role in shaping the hip-hop scene.
They didn't make you write those lyrics. It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're going to have this guy write the lyrics. We're going to have that. You have, the record company pushing the narrative. Some social engineering going on here.
Homeston confirmed that Ice Cube is right. Tracks from legendary crews like NWA were penned by a team of CIA propagandists and psychologists. The aim was to stir up skepticism towards authority, glamorize drug use, and lure the youth with rebellious anti-establishment rhymes.
We knew this music had the power to shape young minds. Our mission was to channel teenage angst, turning Generation X into a culture that was all about decadence, drug use, and anti-establishment rebellion, sparking riots and more division within society. We even infiltrated mainstream radio to blast their tracks and reach millions every day.
Homeston describes the CIA's infiltration of the 1980s hip-hop scene as one of their most successful propaganda moves, comparing the hip-hop industry to Frankenstein's monster getting up and taking the stage.
It was like we built this cultural Frankenstein in the lab, and once it hit the stage, there was no controlling it. The hip-hop scene became the perfect vehicle for our agenda, and it just took on a life of its own. Now there are artists who are doing our bidding without even realizing it, and we don't have to pay them a dime.
Homeston also revealed that Laya Cohen, also known as the tall Israeli who runs hip-hop, is a CIA and Mossad asset, along with many of the household name artists that he signed.
When it comes to shaping the culture, Lyor Cohen is untouchable.
Artists signed and promoted by Lyor Cohen include Slick Rick, Will Smith, Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, De La Soul, Ludacris, A Tribe Called Quest, and more. Cohen later promoted Jay-Z and Kanye West, and helped bring artists including Migos and Young Thug to fame. Here is Cohen essentially admitting that he's a spook, working undercover in the entertainment industry.
Thinking about all the groups and artists that Rush and Def Jam collectively that you were involved in and got to see develop, that's extraordinary in terms of
lucky motherfucker.
Right.
Lucky motherfucker. I've touched more rappers than everybody else combined. Okay? Period. Okay? American music, let's not only send guns around the world.
Right.
Let's send our culture. You know, by being in Kazakhstan, you know, Kazakhstan knows more about America through the movies and the music than they do by the guns. They can't even name the gun, but they can name you. They can book you. I'm glad that the American government, Anthony Blinken, big shout out to Anthony Blinken, okay? Our Secretary of State promoting and funding bipartisan support on funding American soft power around the world.
According to Homeston, some of Cohen's artists are tools of the CIA and Mossad, while others are fully signed up assets.
Some of these artists were just pawns, unknowingly doing the CIA's bidding, but others, like Jay-Z and Dr. Dre, they were fully in on it. Jay-Z's out there pushing his satanic beliefs, and Dre, the elites made sure he became the first hip-hop billionaire. These guys are untouchable. CIA, assets, rewarded for playing their part.
But the elites weren't just satisfied with corrupting America's youth and sowing division in society. They wanted to enrich themselves even further, while destroying the nuclear family and inner cities. If this is news to you, take a look into the CIA's history of flooding American streets with crack in the 80s, as part of a covert effort to stop people attaining stability, building wealth, and achieving political power.
I will tell you, Director Deutsch, as a former Los Angeles police narcotics detective, that the agency has dealt drugs throughout this country for a long time.
2026, nothing has changed. The Zionists still pull the strings behind the intelligence agencies. The faces shift, the substances change, but the result is always the same. Streets flooded with drugs, designed to keep people numb, confused, and easy to manage. Back then, voices like Michael Jackson and Prince were silenced for stepping out of line, for reaching too many people with ideas that couldn't be controlled. And now, a new generation of truth-tellers is in their crosshairs. People who challenge the narrative, people who wake their audiences up, people like Charlie Kirk. Speak too loudly, and the system speaks back.
I look at the West, our greatest ally, and I see a new enemy rising from within. I am speaking of a poison being sold to the American people as patriotism. I'm speaking of the intellectual vandalism of Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens.
You can no longer convince people that you are murdering, stealing, plundering, raping in the name of the Lord. I think it's the latter, but these people are dangerous. Okay, if anything happens to Tucker Carlson or me, you obviously know that Israel was involved. Obviously, that is unbelievably apparent in their rhetoric. They're name checking us. They're calling us on stage. They're sending their goons out to harass us.
Different era, same machinery. And as the Zionist-controlled elite threaten more assassinations to traumatize the nation and grind the younger generation under the jackboots, it's time to take a stand and say no more. No more Israel first. Because you're under attack. Did you know one of Israel's most powerful weapons is the VPN on your laptop or your phone right now? Under Netanyahu, Israel has bought up most of the most popular VPNs in the world, including ExpressVPN, CyberGhost, Nord, and private internet access. If you're paying a VPN for privacy, stop. They're not protecting you, they're spying on you. Because we care about our viewers and this movement, we're revealing the first trustless VPN, VP.net. Built last year, so that even if it wanted to spy on you, it couldn't. Even if the feds came knocking, they'll walk away empty-handed. It's built inside a secure enclave, uses military-grade encryption, and stores zero data. And here's the best part. It's 100% American-owned. No Mossad backdoors, no feds rifling through your DMs. Sign up today at vp.net/TPV. And you can finally stop asking, who's monitoring me? Because the answer is they were, but with vp.net, not anymore. Reject Israel first. Expel the spies hiding in your phone, in your apps, in your devices. Go to vp.net/TPV and take back control before it's too late.